Ariel Rider has come out with accessories for the 60 volt S-Class series. And in this video, I'm going to put some of these on here so you can see how to customize your bike. Let's see what we have in the box here. All right, we are going to start off with the Ariel Rider side number plate. This should be going right here towards the back. Let's open this up. There we go. Now there should be two, one for each side. Nice. All right, let's get these installed. You're going to get these two plates and your mounting bolts. All right, we need to line it up. As you can see, this one is for the other side. And right here, this lines up with all of our holes. Now, I am surprised that it didn't come with black bolts. Instead, we have these chrome ones, or aluminum. They're aluminum, they're not chrome. Because I think that might give it a more subtle look, but we'll find out how this looks when it's all said and done. You're going to have 6 bolts, and then just use an Allen key and tighten them up. Now we're going to repeat this process for the other side. This is what it looks like if you just add the number plate on there. Now, I have noticed that you can feel those decals on this, so you can take these off and put your own custom graphics right here. Let's see what is next in the box. The battery shield. All right. For this, you have 4 mounting points underneath. We put this up here like this to protect it. And it comes with 4 bolts. Now you're definitely going to want to make sure the notch is right here. That goes towards the back because that gives you room for your cable for your second battery. Oh yeah, you definitely want to lay down so you can see what you're doing. You're probably going to fumble around. Totally fine. Just take it nice and easy. Don't get frustrated. Let's go ahead and tighten this down a little bit so we can keep this thing from moving around. Nice. Here, let me show you what that is looking like from all angles. All right, so it has this area in between here so you can protect the battery if something happens to it. Also, it looks pretty funky. We will be taking this bike out to see how this affects, because when you're sitting on it and you're riding, I want to see if my leg's going to hit that, which might. We'll find out. This is what the bike looks like when you add the battery protector and the number plate. Let's see what else we have in the box. The rear fender extension. Bracket, fender, bolts, and brackets. Let me show you the concept of this. So you're going to have this mounting point right here. You have your bracket. This is going to go inside the rear fender, and it should hook somewhere back here and look like that. At this point, we're going to slide this right into here, right there, just like that. And then we're going to use these 2 bolts to tighten them down. So I thought these bolts would fit in here because that's the only ones that would make sense, but really they don't fit in the hole. They are too wide. So I happen to have some spare bolts. We'll see if I have anything that works. I happen to find some smaller ones that actually fit in these holes right here. So you will have to do the same if you want to get this to work. I'm sure once they see this, they will change it and get the right bolts in here. But for right now, this is what we have to do. Hang on a second. I almost screwed you guys up. When I first did this video, I didn't have any instructions on how to install this, so I installed it wrong. So I've taken that down. I'm going to show you how to do it right, and then we'll just continue on from there. So After I show you how to put this on and it goes into the video that I had originally done, the fender's not going to look the same. But what I'm showing you is going to be the right way to install it. So let's get it right this time. Grab your bracket and these 2 bolts right here. We're going to connect them. Now for me, I put this one here and this one in the middle. That's going to give me the right angle that I need. And I only know this because I have done this a couple of times at this point. So I'm going to show you guys how to do it right. Just hand tighten it until you get where you need to be. Then grab a 10mm wrench or socket and tighten it up. Now I want you to grab your bolt and washer set that comes with the kit. And I am going to take all of this off. Now I have installed this already once, and I have to tell you that this bolt is not long enough. I had to add a second longer bolt, so I took that off and added an M6 25mm bolt, and that gives me the extra space that I need to make this work. So what we're going to do is, you have a smaller washer and a bigger one. We're going to take the smaller washer, put it on here, run it through the back of this plate, put the bigger washer right there, and then the rubber washer. This is how it should look. Next, you need to remove this nut and washer. Grab a number 8, that'll go on the back where the nut is, and then you're just going to loosen it up and then pull it on out. And there is the nut. Grab a 21mm socket set or wrench, and we are going to remove this main nut. Here is the tricky part. We're going to put this bracket over the top, but we need to line this bolt up in here and get it inside, just like it is right there. You're going to grab the locking nut that you just took off, or you can grab the one that came with the bolt set. Try to line the nut up with the bolt so you can feel it catch. Oh, we're not quite there yet. There we go. Now we have it just a little bit tight. Let's put on our main nut right here. We are going to crank this down pretty good. There we go. Use your number 8 wrench, put it on the back of this nut, and tighten it down to where it's nice and snug. Nice. Now you can see how it is supposed to look. When I first did it, I didn't put that angle in there, so this fender, the splash guard, was like way low. But this looks really good. This is how it's supposed to be done. As you can see, it gives you plenty of room, and how it is on both sides. Looks like they have also sent me the end frame basket. This already has the silver bolts on it, so maybe that's why everything else is silver. I got it. Now it looks like this basket is going to go right here, and that should look pretty good. I hope that I can still mount my foldy lock inside here. And since there's vents in here, it looks like I'm going to be able to. So let's go ahead and remove this. Just taking a look. We're just doing a size fitting here. See how things are going to work. We need to remove these 3 bolts right here. Do one more size fitting here. All right, here's one thing that I've noticed. There are no bolts right here, so let me check the box. I didn't see any in the box. So to make this work, you're going to have to come up with your own bolts for here and here. Also, this kind of runs into this bolt right here, but I don't want to remove it because then it leaves an open hole and rain can get inside there. Since I have worked on a ton of different e-bikes and they all sometimes have extra parts, I was able to find 2 bolts that'll fit in here. Unfortunately, you guys probably don't have a wide variety of bolts like I have, so you're going to have to try to find the right ones that fit back in here. And I don't know what size they are. I just try different bolts until they fit. So now we're going to place this back into the cradle here. We're going to stick one here on the back side. I'm just going to hand tighten it. Then we're going to do the same thing here to the very top one on the front. Just kind of balance it out a little bit. Then we're going to insert the one here in the back. This is where it gets challenging. You have to get the right angle. We're going to put in the middle one and the bottom one because I still want to connect my, oh, I might have to get longer bolts for this. Since I want to connect my foldy lock inside here, I have grabbed some longer bolts. Let's see if my foldy lock will fit in here. Yeah, nice. Now we're just going to tighten everything up. Although before I do that, I want to see how easy it is to get my lock in and out. Yep, no problem. And this is what the Ariel looks like with all the accessories added. These are not the only accessories that they have for the new 60-volt X-Class series. You can go ahead and take a look at their website. There is a whole list of all different kinds of things that you can put on there, to include a double length seat that goes on the top bar. You can get a rack for the rear. You can even add a basket to that. Besides the accessories that you can get through the Ariel Rider website, I did throw on a thumb throttle. I like thumb throttles more than I do the quarter twist ones. So I was able to add this from a kit that comes from Electric All Wheel. And I'll leave a link to this and other things down in the description below. Not only did they come out with a bunch of accessories, but they put this bike on sale. You can save $100 off on the X-Class series. And you can use my discount code and save an additional $100 as well. The X-Class is one of my favorite moped style e-bikes, and this just made it even better. So I want to thank you guys for watching. And until I see you again, enjoy the ride.